Today, we're needle felting our garden party pincushions in this cute snail design. We will show you how to needle felt a perfectly round and firm ball, how to create fun blends, how to needle felt fine lines and clean edges, and how to get a smooth finish. These cheerful pincushions are perfect for crafting with friends. They make great gifts and will brighten up any sewing nook or creative space. Hi guys, I'm Melissa and I'm so excited to be here with you to share our garden party pincushions. These are so much fun to make and the team just fell in love with our springy buggy design. I did this snail here and we're going to show you how to make him today. We have a kit which includes our core wool. It'll be enough to make about 4 of the same size shape balls as this little guy. It'll also have fun, bright, springy wool batting colors. And we'll also include pictures of our designs that the team came up with. Today, all we're going to need is a felting mat and coarse to fine needles. We start this project with a needle felted ball. And if you don't know how to do that, here's a quick recap. Take a 1/2 ounce of core wool, or if you have the kit, divide it into 4 equal pieces. On your mat, start by rolling a tight tube holding pressure. Needle felt it to hold its shape. Continue to tuck and roll, and needle felt it to make it firm and round. Continue this process, holding tension on the wool until you get to the very end. Tear off any bulk and needle felt your ball until it is nice, round, and very firm. This ball is 2 inches across and it's firm and it fits perfectly into our cup. This one is about 2 inches across and 6 inches around. Now that our ball is needle felted, it's time to lay down our background color. I'm using Berkshire Kiwi so our snail has a little grassy world to wander in. Using a cluster of 3 42 triangle needles, I'm using our Poquito tool. You can start covering the entire surface of the ball. You could also use your needles rubber banded together or just a single needle as well, whatever feels right for you. The goal is to fully cover the ball and needle felt it down until the wool is nice and smooth. Before adding any color for the snail, sketch a basic outline of the shape with a soft pencil. This isn't permanent, it's just to help you decide where your little buddy will go. Since this piece will likely be viewed from the top down, make sure he's not sitting too low on the ball. I keep the top of the shell closer to the center to give him a nice balanced look. Your lines don't need to be too dark or perfect. Anything you don't like, you can cover up with a pinch of the base color. For the shell, blend 3 colors: primrose, tide pool, and raspberry. I'm grabbing a generous pinch of primrose as the main color, then about half that amount of tide pool and raspberry. I'm just hand blending here, but you could absolutely use your mini or micro carders if you want a smoother mix. It only takes a minute to come up with a beautiful mottled mix. Once the color is looking good, tear off a piece about the size of the shell. Use a single 42 triangle needle to start needle felting around your pencil outline and leave just a little bit of extra wool outside the line. And that's just so we can fold the edge back over with our needle or fingers and get a nice clean outline. Once the edges are tucked, continue needle felting the shell area until it's smooth and flat. It only takes a few minutes, and don't worry if your lines aren't perfect, we're going to outline them with black shortly. For the body, use another blend, mostly tide pool with about half as much primrose. Same process, just blend by hand until you like how it looks. Needle felt this wool into place just how we did with the shell. Around the perimeter first, then fill in the rest of the body shape. Remember to cover any outlines you chose not to fill or follow. Add that classic snail swirl using raspberry so it stands out nicely against our shell blend. Start at the base of the shell and spiral inwards. Tear off a really thin strip of wool. We're going to tack the starting end with a few gentle pokes, then gently draft out the wool as you guide it into that swirl shape. Keep it wider on the outside and let it taper towards the center. You can start in the center and spiral out if that feels better for you, but I like working from the bottom because it helps me keep the spacing even all the way. Check the placement before fully needle felting it down. This is your moment to adjust anything you don't like before locking it in. Make the snail pop by outlining the full shape with our ebony. Use the same method as the swirl, but go even thinner here, and a little goes a long way. Start along one edge, tack the beginning, and gently draft your thin line as you needle felt around the entire snail. This outline gives the whole piece great contrast and definition. To prevent your ball from rolling around, you can use a straight pin to tack them down, or even just use your bowl. Now it's time to bring out our snail's personality. We'll start with the antennas. Use tiny bits of raspberry, pinch off a little wool, hook it where the center of the antenna should be, and swirl into a circle. Needle felt that down, then do the same on the other side. Outline the antennas with ebony and connect them to the head with a little bridge line. These are tiny parts, so take your time and have fun. It's great practice. For the eyes, needle felt 2 white dots, just like we did with the raspberry antennas. Add 2 smaller dots with ebony for the pupils. Add a touch of white to give him a little sparkle. For our smile and cheeks, use a thin strip of ebony to needle felt a curved little smile. We're going to use the same technique that we did to outline our snail's body. And for the rosy cheeks, take a tiny bit of primrose and needle felt into gentle circles, just like we did with the eyes and colored antennas. If you want some extra bling for our snail's shell, add some dots or other fun design elements around the shell. To complete the scene, add some flowers in the grass for your snail to enjoy. I'm using primrose, raspberry, tide pool, and sun to make little circular clusters. We're using the same circle design that we've used throughout, and there's no need for them to be exact. Just have fun placing them around to create a playful, meadow-like feeling. So I'm going to keep adding flowers for my little guy to enjoy. This is my finished product. He was so much fun to make. He's so cute, and now these two can be friends. And I hope you love the tutorial. Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see what you make. If you like this garden party theme, let us know in the comments below what you're going to put on your pincushions.